Hello, good evening. How are you? She's back. It has been a minute or 20 since I've actually done a YouTube live. So, ladies and gents, good evening and welcome back to both YouTube and what I like to call Faceache. Apologies for being a couple of minutes late. I have just had a beautiful little chat with my mum, and I'm just going to be real with you guys. It was nothing other than a gorgeous conversation with my mother that actually held me back. It is so nice to be on the same time zone as Mama Bear. It is so nice to be on the same time zone as loads of you. And I thought it's the only right thing to do is to jump on and do a really, really, really beautiful Facebook and YouTube live. So to those of you watching on Facebook, please do me a favor and tag everybody that you know on Facebook so that they can come and watch this video. Likewise to you beautiful beings on YouTube, if you can share with people, share into some groups and all that good stuff, and let's get this party started. Like I say, I have not done a live on this platform for such a long time. I had to reset up all of the technology to be able to stream in two places at once and all of that good stuff. So it's always interesting with Lucy Lou, isn't it? You know, most normal people would probably have got it set up before, but not me. I was having a gorgeous chat with Mama Bear, and then I was like, oh, I've used this before, so of course it's going to be okay. So guys, as you are jumping on, please do let me know in the chat where you are listening in from. I'd really love to hear where we have got around the world covered by this beautiful, beautiful gathering this evening. I can see that we have got a lot of women present. Go the girls. Go the girls. I love this so much. Now, I know I've been banging on a little bit about this. Oh my goodness, New Zealand is online. Wow. Actually, yeah, it's a decent time for New Zealand now, right? Oh, wow, that's absolutely amazing. Good to have you on with us, Debbie. We've got Norfolk in the UK, beautiful part of the world. And I've got to be honest, I haven't been there in so many years. I must make a comeback to there. We've got Minnesota. It's great to have you on. Gina, Glasgow. Might have something for Glasgow later on this year. Just throwing it out there. Actually, no, not later this year. I mean, next year. I keep forgetting we are where we are. We have got Manchester. We've got more Minnesota. Guys, do you two know each other in Minnesota? If not, you should connect and have a conversation with each other. That's really beautiful. We've got Northern Ireland. Hey, Northern Ireland. We've got Northamptonshire, beautiful part of the world. Warwickshire, again, beautiful part of the world. Arkansas, welcome, my friend. Norway, Yorkshire. My goodness gracious me, we really, really do have it all going on right now, don't we? And I'm sure, and I'm certain of this, that we have other places in Europe as well, as one of my besties jumps on from Spain. So there you go. We have other places in Europe as well. We got Gloucestershire. We've got all sorts of things going on. Gina, Nikki, Gina, you girls, you know, you're both in the same place. I know it's a big place, but you're both in the same place. You guys should connect. This is why I absolutely love doing these videos. Guys, what you've got to remember is everything that I do is about community. And not today, but in the next few weeks, I'm actually going to do a special video talking about how we're going to bring the community together in an even better way. The reason I'm saying this is, I don't know about you guys, but as I look, the numbers are 444. I absolutely love that. 444. Who remembers what 444 means to me? Because instantly it's going up, instantly going up, instant. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Thank you, Nikki, for connecting Mary to myself. That's really beautiful. So who can remember what 444 means to me? You guys should know all of this, but I'm just going to test you because it's been a minute since we've been on live together. So we've got the beautiful Essex. We have got South Carolina. We have got Bournemouth, my hometown. Yay! Love it. I love being back. So guys, if you ever see somebody popping up, and for those of you on Facebook and you're like, who is she talking about, Gloucestershire and Essex? These people are on YouTube. So we've got people on YouTube and we've also got people on Facebook. So just in case you are like, what on earth is she talking about here? So I got up at 444 today. Go you, Linda. We've got Cambridge on as well now. So yes, 444 is my granddad, which is beautiful because it's my granddad's daughter that I was just talking to about when I refer to Mama Bear. That is obviously my granddad's daughter. So 444 means granddad. And actually, some of you might not know this, but 444 presents itself a lot when I'm going global. Okay, for those of you that don't know me too well, so the beautiful soul that Nikki introduced, I think her name was Mary. Apologies, I'm looking at all these different names here. I'm sure her name was Mary just a moment ago. Basically, my birthday is the 2nd of February. So I'm known as 222. Even though it's only 2-2, that's how everybody knows me is 222. And my granddad was the 4th of April. So, of course, he was 4-4. So this is why everybody, they're massive signs for me. And when I go global with my travels and with my wanders and stuff, my granddad shows up as 4-4-4. But when we go local, I say local, when we're in Europe, very much 222 is the sign that I get wherever I go and whatever I'm doing. So for those of you that don't know me too well, I'm just bringing you up to speed and a little bit of the quirkiness that comes in when we talk about me and my wonders. So ladies and gents, how have you been? Have you missed me being live on these platforms? It's been a bloody long time, I know. And there's no other reason. And now we're at 555, just so you guys know. This is hilarious, right? Every time I look, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting the memos. Thank you so much. So it has been a really long time, guys. I actually left Europe to go to Australia to run a cheeky little seminar back in June. Believe it or not, it was June. And I've literally just got back. I always thought I would be back in September. And as you guys know, when I go and I'm doing energy work, it's never as simple as just knowing that you're going to be back at a certain time. So I shared with Conscious Conversations last week, which is a beautiful community that I've got. We basically meet every Monday evening, and I basically do a Zoom call and we talk about different things. We talk about consciousness, we talk about things that are going on around the world if they're necessary. We talk about all the different bits and pieces. Sometimes we do meditation, sometimes we do Q&A. It's just a fun hangout on a Monday that really benefits the people that come along. And I explained to them last week that so far on the journey, because I'm going to finish off telling them this evening, so I'm only going to go to a certain point, but I went to Australia, I went to Fiji, I went to Japan, and I went to Hong Kong. That's where we've got up to in the journey. I'm trying to think if there was somewhere else that I went as well. I've got a funny feeling there's somewhere else that I went as well, but I don't remember. So there was so many things going on in Australia. There were so many things. I got called to Fiji, even though I wanted to go to Tonga, just so you guys know. And when I was in Fiji, because of the energy work that we were doing and the clearing I was doing and everything, actually there was an earthquake in Tonga. You guys might start connecting the dots about that. So yeah, it's really, really, really important that we just recognize that these energies are being shifted big time around the world right now. And I'm going to continue the journey onwards tonight on Conscious Conversation. So that's where I'm going to stop with it for now, because I always share with the communities before I put it public. But we have created some huge shifts around the world. And ladies and gents, like, we're in a big week this week. You know, we've just stepped into the November energy, which is buoyant. If you haven't gone and watched my November energy update, please do go and give it a watch. It is going to make you kind of do this, but with a little bit of a vision going through your fingers, because, you know, there is so much to look forward to, but there's also a lot that you're like, not sure I'm ready for this. We also had on the 1st of November, so it was a double whammy for us. We had the first of the 2 new moons this month. Now, ladies and gents, we have full moon in 11 days' time on the 15th of the month, if I remember correctly. I'm sure it is the 15th of the month. Now, on the 15th of this month, you could be in Spain with me at a beautiful retreat center. So basically what has happened, guys, is I was running a retreat in a particular area of Spain. I got told very clearly by my guides that that area was going to flood. So I decided to move the retreat location, and thank God I did, because as always, my guides were correct. And yes, it's fair to say that I made a really good call in that. But actually what that meant is that there was going to be less people that could come. So we had to cap it. And then I had a beautiful conversation with the retreat center this morning, and they've basically said to me that I can basically convert one of the bedrooms, it's a massive bedroom, into 4 singles. So what I've done today, literally just today, is I've opened up that last room for 4 single beds. It's got bathrooms and stuff linked to it, private bathrooms. It's not like a shared bathroom. It's only the people in the bedrooms. So one of the spaces has already gone. If you are interested in one of the other spaces, please, please, please do drop support@lucydavis.com and email. Now, the way that Soul School, in fact, let's give a little chat about Soul School. Yeah. Literally, and it happened this morning. I just made a call and I was like, hey, and they said, look, this is what we can do for you. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So basically, Soul School, for those of you that don't know, is my passion project. It's not something that is work, although it is work. Basically, I got gifted a vision back in 2018 that I was going to create a safe space for consciousness and a safe space for families and individuals to be able to come learn how to grow their own foods, purify their own water, heal their own bodies, and all of these magical, mystical things. And also learn how to regulate emotions, how we can teach the children how to regulate their emotions, how we can learn how to look after pets, how we can use pets to heal, and all these beautiful things. So that is what Soul School is. It's going to be a really gorgeous space. And I have got the vision so clearly what each of the 5 key ones are going to look and feel like, and then there's going to be lots of hubs all over the world. So this is essentially, if you like, this is going to be your own med bed. There isn't going to be physical med beds there because I personally don't feel that you need them. I personally feel that anything is possible. And I know Marilyn is on here now, and she's a perfect testimony to that. She could barely walk. When she came to the first Soul School, if I remember this correctly, I know she was in a wheelchair at some point, but I believe when she came to the first one, she could barely walk. After the first Soul School that she attended, she was able to walk a lot more freely. After the last one, she's now walking miles a day. And to me, that is proof that we are our own med beds. I truly believe. And so many people out there are like, yeah, but we can't grow limbs and stuff. And I was like, I don't think we've reached any part of our capacity as to what we're capable of yet. And that is the mission that I am on this planet. I truly believe if you can think it, it can happen. And like I say, so many people would question it. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. And the only reason I have this really, really firm, almost feisty belief is because I have healed something extremely serious, which is why I know it's my mission to share it with you guys, which is why it's my mission to bring this Soul School space into reality. And I mean into everybody's reality, that they can have this too. So Soul School, the mission is to build physical Soul Schools, just so you guys know. Literally, we are looking to build physical Soul Schools. There's going to be 5 main centers around the world. And then there's going to be multiple hubs all around the world. So Kirsty Phillips has just put on YouTube, Soul School also started giving me feeling back in my leg that I hadn't had my whole life because of spinal issues. Like, that's a testimonial right there. You've given me goosebumps, Kirsty. I love it when you pipe up and say these things like, this is unbelievable. And this is why I say to people, like, people come on my programs and they get quite triggered by me and they're like, oh, you don't understand what it's like. And I really do. Tumors nearly killed me. Genuinely. I'm sure Marilyn used to be driven potty by not being able to walk and enjoy her family like the way she can now. Kirsty, I know, has been blown away by getting the feeling back. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that these people don't get any issues now. Of course they do. They're going to get different challenges and all the rest of it. But this Soul School is about building this space to remind you what you are capable of doing and actually allowing you to create it. So as much as, one of my brands is called Self Love Club, as you guys know, that's an online program and it is a club, we hang out and it's a community and all the rest of it. But Soul School is going to be a physical thing. It's a physical place whereby we are going to offer, gifts and a safe space to everybody. And I bang on about Soul School all the time because this is the end goal. No matter what I do, if you buy my breakthrough program, you're contributing to Soul School. If you buy the mindset experience, which is my 30-day program, you're contributing to Soul School. If you buy the book, my first book, From Head to Heart, you're contributing to Soul School. If you come to Self Love Club, you're contributing to Soul School. And what I'm going to do in coming weeks, I'm a little bit tied up for the next 2 weeks because of the retreat. But after that, I'm going to start breaking down exactly what your contribution is towards Soul School in, out of the amount of money that you're spending, because this is the mission. And this has to be a community mission. It can't just be Lucy anymore. It has to be all of us coming together. So I'm really keen for us to start shifting towards this, because we know, which is why when they said to me today, yeah, I reckon we can, put that room into 4 single beds. And I was like, please do it. Let's reduce the cost so 4 people can share. And then basically what we can do is, again, we're getting more abundance for Soul School. We're getting more awareness for Soul School. Now, in the price, I don't have any more single like rooms on their own. That's all gone. The only last spaces that we've got is in this room. So, and one of them's already gone. So there's 3 spaces left, 3 single beds left, but there's 2 bathrooms. So you don't need to stress. It's a beautiful place. I've got to be honest with you. It's a really freaking beautiful retreat center, just so you guys know. So yeah, basically, what you do is the price that you pay, you'll have to buy your own flights to Malaga and back. But other than that, everything else is including the pickup from Malaga Airport to the retreat location back to Malaga Airport, all of your food. That's every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. The evening that you arrive, you're going to get dinner. The morning that you leave, you're going to get breakfast, juices, teas. Morwenna, let me know if there's anything else that I've forgotten in there as well. So like, this is going to be the smallest ever hangout from here on in with me. I've done a smaller retreat before, so please don't, I'm not going to say I haven't done a smaller retreat, but from here on in, this is going to be the smallest, most intimate thing that I ever do, because it's just not practical to be doing this size. But there's a reason I got guided to do this, which obviously I'll share with the people that are there. Oh, that's so beautiful. Jackie's just put in the chat, Lucy is the only one I will trust with my soul after 2 Soul School experiences. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that, Jack. Honestly, you guys make me just love you even more every single day. Fruits available during the days for yummy snacks. The food looks incredible. Yes, it does. Morwenna's been in charge of that one. She sent me a whole heap of menus and I'm like, babe, I could eat all of it. I'm literally salivating at it right now. So you make the choice. So she's made the choice and we've gone from there. And I mean, it is incredible. And this is me. You guys know what I'm like with food. So I'm a real foodie. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. And what's going to happen whilst we're there, ladies and gents, is full moon. So we are going to be doing some really beautiful connection exercise. We are going to be doing a massive release on behalf of everybody in the retreat center, but also everybody around the world. We are going to be coming together and doing some absolute magic. And as you guys know, Spain has been pretty heavily hit recently with weather. So what we're going to be doing as well is really shifting some of that energy as well. For those of you that didn't know, on Friday, my team and I, and a load of you guys did a beautiful meditation to help Spain. And I've had messages from people just today saying, thank you, the sun is back out in Spain. And I'm not saying that pockets of places haven't had the sun, because I know they have. I've had people messaging me going, I cannot believe what is going on around the world, Lucy. I'm here in Spain. And sorry, I can't believe what's going on in Spain because I'm in this location. They've literally pinned me their location and they're like, okay, it's not great, but it's kind of just grey sky or it's blue sky, but there's definitely no rain here. So it's been really intriguing seeing there's been these little pockets of places. And this was divinity. This is exactly what I channeled all that time ago. And I knew that it was going to be underwater. I've been talking about it for a very, very, very long time. I just kind of like keep it to my team and I, because I get told all the time that I'm batshit crazy, that, the things that I speak about shouldn't be believed and stuff. And I really do need to just ignore those people. I really do. But what I tend to do is just tell my team and go, let's just prepare for what's going to come. And then obviously we'll deal with it when it happens, because it's going to happen anyway. There's nothing I can do to stop it. But it is what it is. So imagine, like Veronica's just put, imagine being with me, imagine being with me on full moon, under the stars, under that power, in the most exquisite, beautiful home that even the girls or boys that are sharing, because I'll only have all girls or all boys, by the way, in that room with 4 people, the room will, even them in there, it's stunning. Every single room is stunning. It is not going to feel overcrowded, because it's not. We could have had a lot more people in there. It's just, I've said, no, this is the maximum people that we're going to do. We've got a swimming pool to play in. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be running and doing my little bombs into the water, like it or not. I'm going in the pool. I don't care if it's freezing. I don't know if it's heated or not, but that's what I'm going to be doing, because you know what, ladies and gents, it's been a really intense year. I don't even know how many different things that I've planes and places that I've been to this year. My last trip was 40,400 miles just on aeroplanes. Give me a, oh my fucking God. I mean, there you go. 4, my granddad, 40,400 miles. I did 13 flights, which my team will know. 13 is a very important number for me and the work that I do. And I did 79 hours in the air during that period of time. I mean, that's a lot of days of someone's life, right? And there I am, just kicking back on a plane, doing my thing, flying around the world. So it's been magic, and I'm going to bring the magic from all of those different places. I'm already feeling revitalized and revamped. We have a bit of pre-work to do, so those of you, if you want to take those last few spots, get in there quickly, because at the end of this week, start of next week, I'm going to be giving you a few things that you're going to need to do before you come to Soul School in Spain, just to get you ready, just to get you prepared. I'm going to be sending you a list of things to bring if you want to, just as reminders. We've got all of that good stuff taking place imminently. Now, just as a side note on from that, like, within the energies that are obviously going to be taking place under the full moon and through the rest of November, I want you to know that there is a big plot twist coming, and I feel it's going to happen this week. Please, to those of you coming to Soul School, please don't think, oh my God, no more plot twist. No, it's not going to impact us at all. But the world is changing. I've been saying this a lot recently, and I'm going to say it here again for you guys. There is a world dynamic change that is going to take place. Now, whatever happens with the American election, the world is never going to be the same again. There are many people out there, and I know this is going to trigger a lot of people on my Facebook particularly. There are a lot of people out there that are hoping that one particular person gets in, and I'm going to be really open and raw with you right now. Whichever one gets in is not going to be good for the world. Just going to be very clear. Yes, hell the abuse at me. I'm just expecting it to happen. We are stepping into a period of time where there is no going back, and we don't want to go back. We want to step forwards. We are choosing to step forwards. This is what we incarnated for. But there are so many people out there truly believing that everything is going to be saved by one person or the other person. Depends which side of the fence you're on. I just really want to probably, again, say something that is really, really quite triggering. Maybe it's not going to be the case. Whatever happens, we are stepping into a period of time whereby the world has to change. And if you think one or the other is going to be your savior, I hate to break it to you right now. It's just not going to happen. We are here to really bring consciousness to the surface. And I'm just speaking my truth. I'm speaking my truth. And like I say, I know I'm going to upset a lot of people, because there are so many people out there that are really rooting for one camp or the other. And, guys, in those 79 hours of sitting on planes, I've met many Americans. I've met many, many, many different people all over the world, and all of them have one or the other camp. And they're very passionate about it, and they're very certain that this is going to change the world in the way that they want it to. Whereas my view on this is the only way we're going to do this is by us. The only way we're going to do this is by us creating things like Soul School, coming together in communities whereby we can actually do something. I do feel that the masks are falling off, and we are going to see everybody really and truly and deeply for who they are now. If you start paying attention to people, you will see everything in them, whether it's in their aura or in their eyes or whatever. You will see without any question what people are doing and what they are saying and whether they are speaking the truth. I've seen a video very recently, and this guy kept doing this, looking off to the side. And I'm like, I don't mean to be funny, but there is no way that I would ever believe that. But there are so many people, because they want to hear the words that was coming out of his mouth. They were like, yes, got to listen. Yes, got to listen. And you look at the body language, and it is so obvious. We really do have to recognize that we are the white hats. We are the red pill. We are the savior. We are the spiritual warriors. We are whatever you're calling it. I do not believe that this awakening is about being awake to what people perceive the truth to be, because remember, truth is a perception. And this is the plot twist I feel is going to be coming in hard and fast very soon. I really do feel that it is, if not days away, it's within the next few weeks. This is the shift that is going to take place. This is the shift that humanity has been waiting for. And this is why they've had to pick these now moments, because the world is looking on and waiting for someone to come and save us. And the funny thing about it is, over the last 8 years, both of these parties have had their go. Yet people are forgetting this. People are completely forgetting that both parties in the last 8 years have had their go. And I don't think in the last 8 years, anything has particularly shifted in regards to what we call normal living. However, what we've done is we've shifted consciousness massively. And what people think consciousness is, they believe it to be the truth. I hope this is making sense, Guy. Does this make sense? Yeah, I hope so. I know sometimes I just get caught up in what I'm channeling, and I kind of forget that I'm a human. It's very easy done. It's very easy done with me at the moment. It really, really is. So like I say, we're stepping into this massive plot twist era. Like the rest of this year is going to be freaking wild. And there is a reason why I got called back to Europe very quickly. All of a sudden, one day I was told, get on the plane, we're going. Like literally, I was like, okay, all right, I'm getting on a plane and I'm going. Okay, so it's very, very important that we recognize that we have two wings of the same bird attempting to show us that there are different things, and they're not. There's no point us getting angry with each other. There's no point us having division. Actually, what we need right now is us coming together and being really, truly, deeply in love. In love. I'm passionate about politics. I'm not going to listen to it, but I love you for having that passion. Keep doing you if that's what it is. I love you for making different choices to me. I'm not going to hate you for it. I'm not going to, penalize you for it like maybe I would have done 5 years ago. You should listen, you should do what I do, blah, blah, blah. But it's really important that we recognize this now. Love, we cannot be controlled. If we are in the vibration of love, I don't mean in love, like as in if you've got a partner. If you are in the vibration of love, if you are in the vibration of authenticity, nobody can get you. They will bloody well try. And every now and again, your ego will play that game and be like, but very quickly you'll be like, you know what, this is not serving me. And the only way they can manipulate us is if we keep feeding that thing that they use to hold us down. And that is what I call a cobweb. There is a cobweb all over all of us. And every time we go, this camp's better than that camp, we're basically feeding that elite cobweb where only the elites benefit. Whereas if we go, I don't give a fuck. I love everybody. I love Kelly. I love Linda. I love Nikki. I love Christina. I love Jackie. Like, I just love everybody. And you know what? Nothing's going to touch me because I know it's not going to change my reality. Their web crumbles a little bit. And then if you truly step into who you are and you truly start living from passion, if you truly start living from purpose, then let me tell you straight, they can't freaking touch you no matter what. They will send tests, but they can't touch you. Lucy, without question, you have been the plot twist that I needed. You are welcome. What amazing. I tell you, like when that happens in my life, Kirsty, that's going to be the name of that book. The plot twist I was waiting for. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. I actually feel very flattered by that. Thank you so much. You guys keep me sane, and you guys make me want to just do so much more. I really do love it. Honestly, today, even my team haven't been able to speak to me. I have been so busy and so up against it because a few things stopped me from working over the weekend, obviously divinity. So, I've really had to play catch up today, and I've just been like, can't speak to anyone. And then I'm like doing this and I'm like, I'm so glad I took the time to do this video today because I could have easily just cancelled it and you guys wouldn't have judged me for it, I know, but actually it's very, very good for my soul. So thank you, because you guys give back to me like I'm obviously giving to you. we need to recognize, guys, that there is a massive plot twist coming in. And I keep being shown the tornado, which obviously we've seen a lot of tornadoes. And I don't mean to be derogatory when I say this. I know Florida's been impacted. I know Spain has been impacted. I know that we've seen it, I think, in Morocco as well, if I remember correctly. But, we just need to be very, very careful because these tornadoes of information are gathering speed right now. So I'm looking at the tornadoes, although they're in the physical world as well. There is a lot of people that are energetically creating the tornadoes to get us sucked up and spit us out at the other end. Linda, I don't know what you mean. Lucy, is that with everyone around us? I don't know what you mean. So if you could just give me a bit more clarity. I've been chatting too much to remember what I was talking about at the time that you sent that. I'm sorry about that. So we are going to see massive plot twists. And ladies and gents, the best recommendation that I could give you right now is really go and find your tribe. Like, I'm shocked at the amount of people that are on social media that are kind of trauma bonding over anything but love. We should all be coming together right now to live in a space of love. And people would call me delusional, and people would say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And, I remember, an ex of mine once upon a time going, oh, you're not as loving as you make out. But luckily I've got hundreds of friends that spend a lot of time with me that, that know that what you see is what you get with me constantly. And obviously we know that people project where they're at, which is a beautiful thing, right? We learn a lot. I couldn't imagine going through all of this without the club, the wisdom and the support that you've created. Thank you. Thank you. That's really beautiful feedback as well. Thank you. I don't feel that we have seen the best of what's coming yet. I don't. I feel, for the next few weeks, maybe even the next couple of months into January, we are going to see a bit of noise around like the 3D world. But again, you can choose to rise above it. You can choose. This is the vision that I always want you guys to see the cobweb over you and just be like, right, what am I feeding the cobweb? Remember, if you feed the cobweb love, the cobweb is going to disintegrate. And I don't mean that nasty towards spiders, but you know what I mean? This cobweb of deceit that has been placed over us. If you just constantly give that love, the cobweb is just going to disintegrate. It cannot survive with your love. And if you are somebody that is like doom, gloom, posting and sharing all of the noise and the nonsense, again, like what I was just about to say is, there are going to be a lot of people, no matter who wins, if the election goes ahead, because I still think that it's not going to, whoever wins, there's going to be a lot of people going, yes, I told you. Yes, I told you. Yes, I told you. But again, something that I would like to raise into consciousness is, why are we even thinking about this? There's a lot of people out there that spoke about, when the person lost 4 years ago, oh, well, the voting was rigged. The voting was rigged. Right. So if he wins this time, is the voting still rigged? Is anybody actually having these conversations now? Because I haven't heard anybody, not that I follow anybody, so I can't really comment. But for me, if he goes and wins now, does that mean that it's still rigged? Or has all of a sudden the rigging disappeared? So at some point, we have to recognize that there's nonsense in this that we've given so much attention to. And I know that this is going to upset people. I know that this is going to trigger people, what I'm talking about right now. But there is a plot twist coming, and we're going to witness it with our own eyes. We need to recognize that everything that we have ever exposed with people or anything that we've been exposed to with people, the truth has to come to the surface. So Linda, seeing people for who they are, this is going to be in your own family. This is going to be in your own friendship group. This is going to be celebrities. This is going to be truthers. This is going to be spiritual people. This is going to be all sorts of different people that you have put on a pedestal. The pedestals are going to be booted, and you're going to see them for who they truly are. And you will see it, like I say, you'll see it in their eyes. You'll see it in the way that they communicate. You'll see it in the way that they're behaving. You will see it if you are willing to pay attention. Look so deeply. Feel into it. Look at the way that people are speaking. Like I say, I've seen a video recently and I was like, wow, is that person on drugs? Is it in drug? Are those people on drugs? And each to their own. Most of us still know, meaning the rig thing. I'm in a swing state, Georgia. Yeah. you know, this is the thing, right? We need to recognize that the truth has to come out. And what better way for the truth to come out? And I mean the real truth, not the perception that we've all decided to create in our minds. You know, whatever is going to happen, we have to actually at some point realize and believe and like step forwards from. And I feel that the only way that we're ever going to start to step forwards from this whole political thing that we've got ourselves caught up in. I mean, how many of you on here smash the love heart, thumb up, or comment on here, or smash the heart in the comments or whatever? How many of you actually believe that politics adds value? Does it actually add value? Or do you think that we don't know what the better way is, because anything that I could dream up in my head, it's a better way, but we don't know because we've never tested it. So like, answer me the question, do you truly believe that politics is a good thing? You know, I get that some rules need to be in place. Absolutely. I get that there needs to be a little bit of, you know, I guess rules is the best way of putting it, you know, but I think there's a better way of doing it. And I actually feel that we are so overwhelmed by it and we're so bombarded by it that we actually can't see the wood through the trees. You know, you've got to pay this tax, you've got to pay that tax, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, you've got to, and it's just fascinating. You can literally just take a step out of it. So why are we giving it as much energy as we are? Because again, we're feeding that cobweb. We're feeding that cobweb that actually likes to hold us down. So if we, exactly, Christy, I've never voted in my life, babe. I agree, we need morals, values and love. And this is the beautiful thing about it, Dorenda. I do not believe that most people know what their values are. In fact, it's not that I don't believe, I know. I work on values in my programs with people and everybody goes, I don't even know what my value is. I don't even know who I am, Lucy. How am I supposed to know my values? So it's very interesting. And it's something that, like I say, I've never voted. I'm obviously only 25, but I've never voted in my whole life. Not once have I gone and voted, because I've just known it wasn't a thing that actually I was going to impact. And honestly, my parents have always been like, why would you not? And I'm like, I'm not going to make a difference. And they always say, well, what if everybody thought like that? And I'm like, I wish everybody would think like that, because then we wouldn't be in this freaking mess. How many of you like that comment? You know, if we all thought the same as me, like, we probably wouldn't be in this mess, which would be amazing. So yes, it is a wonderful game of those with power, and politics is 1,000,000% a business. So ladies and gents, I know I'm talking about it now, so I'm kind of contradicting my own value here, but you know, we have to recognize that we're feeding it by giving it the energy, you know. So let's really just prove a point by our feet, prove a point with our love, prove a point by extracting this love from our heart and sending it upwards. And let's just gently disintegrate that cobweb so that we can just float on past it and not have to live it. And ladies and gents, this is what Soul School is going to be about. Soul School is going to be, and I literally see Soul School, the first one is going to be built in England, because that's where I'm from first and foremost, and it's kind of going to be the flagship, and then we're going to create it in 5 other countries around the world and then have lots of hubs, like I said earlier. So Soul School is going to be in England, and I genuinely feel it's not going to be part of the system. Not that it would ever be part of a system anyway, because it's not going to be Ofsted, because it's not a school. It's not going to be part of the hospitals, because it's not a hospital, but it is going to be, for some bizarre reason, I just see it vibrating at a different level to the rest of the world. You know, this place is a place almost like, you know, when people talk about Shambhala, that's how I feel of the Soul Schools. They're going to be vibrating at a different rate where the governments just can't touch them. They're going to be vibrating at a rate whereby people just can't get close. You know, and that's how I feel about it. I almost feel it's going to be a beautiful angelic energy. I feel as if, you know, the people there coming there are going to almost be, you know, invisible in their angelic energy or in whatever energy it is that they're holding, you know, and they're going to just glide in there with ease and grace and help shift and help create the most beautiful vibration that's going to go across the world. And they are scattered, they will be scattered all over the world. So, you know, we can connect all of these centers together energetically, but also with crystals and also with other things that are very, very, very important. Yeah, this is the, you know, this is the plot twist. We can feed this. It's funny that you say about the US, Mary. I was speaking to a lady who's actually coming into my business team, actually, and she said to me, Lucy, we've got to get you to America. What's your American following like? And I'm like, well, it's my second biggest following. I've actually got my second biggest following is in America. And she was like, right, let's get that sorted for 2025. So I'm going to send out maybe an email or something to all of the American followers and just see where you're all based. Because obviously there's one of me and many of you. And I know America's a bloody big country, but I think, although I do see the country being split into three, just so you guys know, I keep seeing the country being split into three. So maybe there's going to be 3 different divisions. I don't know. But if I can kind of pinpoint where the best place to run an event will be, I'm keen. I'm keen to do it next year. As I was guided that I wasn't allowed to do it the second half of this year. I was supposed to be there in September, as you guys know, but I was guided that I wasn't allowed to be there at that time for whatever reason. And so yeah, let's get it in the diary for 2025. She's very keen to get me over there. Really, really, really important. So, and I know you guys need it. I know the lands need it. So yeah, all you guys need to do is just keep me posted on where the best place to hold it is. And you're all gonna have to get on planes. Like everybody says to me all the time, oh, can you come to my hometown? And I'm like, absolutely not. It's, you know, it has to be somewhere where I can fly into pretty easily, but then you guys can all get there. And I know you guys love a long drive in America. Like I've done many long drives. I flew into a girlfriend's in Chicago. This is going to be in my second book, by the way. I think it's my second book. I don't think it's in the first one. I think it's in my second book. Flew into Chicago and then drove all the way down to Mississippi, you know. So like, I know you guys love a drive. So as long as I go somewhere where you can all drive, or you can obviously hop on a plane, which I would do because it's so much easier, then I think we could create something really special in America and, you know, create something that you guys, I know you guys need. So for us to be able to do that, you're going to have to share with your friends. You're literally going to have to be like Nikki's done with Mary. Hey, Mary, go follow this chick. Please, please, please get as many people to follow us so that we can really get some momentum to get me over there. Obviously, there's going to have to be some hoops that I have to jump through to be able to run business over there and things like that. But semantics, if Source wants me there, it's going to happen. So we'll worry about that at another time. But if you guys want me there, then we just need to come together and do this, right? So start having to think about that. Start having a little think, right, okay, who needs a bit of Lucy loving in their lives? Who would love to be contributing to Soul School? Because do remember, one of the Soul Schools is going to be in America as well. So, you know, guys, I guess what I'm looking to say here is, yes, we've got some massive plot twists coming. We've got massive shifts happening energetically. We've got massive shifts happening in the real world. And I want you to pay attention to the way that people are showing up. Look at their eyes. Look at the way that their mouth is moving. Look at their behaviors. Really, really monitor, because they are showing you where they are at. They are showing you who they are. It's just you need to pay attention and really, really look deeply. You know, let's start building this community. We're coming together now as a community more than ever. I'm actually going to do a Zoom call soon. I spoke about it on my Instagram live this morning. I'm actually going to do a Zoom call after Soul School retreat to basically pull us all together. And I'm going to share very deeply about Soul School and how you guys can help, because everybody wants Lucy to set up Soul School. I mean, I think it's fair to say that you guys want Soul School, right? I think it's fair to say that everyone's like, oh my God, get me in that place. How can I come for a week? Or can I come for the day? Or can I bring my whole family? Or please just get me in there. I'm ready for it. Everybody wants me to create it. But obviously, okay, I was given the mission, but it's about us coming together. Yeah, Guy's bus to America. I wonder where Guy is. So this is the thing. We must come together like we've never come together before. We need to show them that we're not going to be divisional. Doesn't matter your medical choices. It doesn't matter where we live. You know, I can easily, you know, come to America and make massive catastrophic shifts, but I'm going to need you guys' help there. Because if we can get somebody from every state, for example, or if we can get a really, really amazing group of people together there, just imagine the shifts that will happen within your country. Obviously, then it opens up to South America and Central America and Canada. If we can do something in North America where everybody can come in and do that, like that's that part of the world sorted. I've obviously done Australia. people flew in from New Zealand, you know. I kind of bulk these countries together. I'm going to go and do some events in Dubai in the Middle East, because I've got people asking me to go and run events there. So they're going to get a group of people together. We're going to be doing it from a slightly different perspective, because obviously I'm not sure the language would go down just too well in the Middle East, being as raw as I am, but we can still get the shifts with just changing the language very slightly. Obviously Europe, we know, are fully engaged in this. So all we need, like, I need your help. I guess that's the point of this, guys. I need your help to make these shifts take place. Now, the plot twist is coming. That's nothing to do with me. That's energetically, that's Gaia, that's source, that's, you know, like the energies that are taking place. That's our ascended masters. That's, you know, the people, those of us that are on the planet right now, that are on here, like the star seeds and the light workers doing their thing, you know. So what we need to do, guys, is just literally share and share and share. If you enjoy a video of mine, share it. If you enjoy a program of mine, share it, tag me. If you enjoy a post that I've done or something, I don't know what, I had to flick myself in the face with my speaker then, but you know, if there's anything that you enjoy about it, share it. If you're reading a chapter of my book and you're like, oh my God, this is speaking to my soul, take a photograph of it and tag me, because this is how we're going to create the awareness, guys. This is how we're really going to be able to get me into your country super freaking quickly. You know, I'm really lucky. When I was in Australia, the military were like, we need this chick to come and work with us. You know, that's how that happened, because I was over there doing a seminar and somebody was like, we need this chick. So the same thing can happen to America. It's just, we need to come together as a community to make this happen. Does this make sense? So bloody excited, guys. I'm feeling so excited with life right now. Like, I can't even tell you. Right, I'm going to go, because I want to go and speak to my mama bear, and just, she's had some amazing news today. So I just want to go and give her a massive big hug. And she only got back literally seconds before I came on here. She's had some absolutely incredible news today. So I want to go and give mama bear a big squeeze. And I am glowing, Christina. Yeah, thank you for recognizing that. I feel amazing. Everybody keeps telling me that I look like I've dropped 10 years. It's really interesting. Obviously, being back home, home is a very small place. It's very intriguing. I'm going to tell you a little story. I actually bumped into an ex a few days ago. And then literally yesterday, I bumped into his brother. That is how this works. You know, if you have to come together and you have to see these people and you have to do the work, then it's happening big time. It doesn't matter where you are or how far you've been. But yeah, everybody keeps saying to me, my God, you have dropped 10 years from going away. And thank you, Jensen, for agreeing. I appreciate that, my little sweetheart. I'm sending you so much love. And I think what actually happens is, when we cut the ties, no, he was a great ex. Honestly, I don't put any of my exes down. I think all of my exes are amazing, but this guy was amazing. You know, like, he was amazing. He's in my first book. Like, that's how long ago it was, you know. He's an amazing man, and I would never ever say anything bad about him. He's a very, very amazing person. So it's been a really beautiful journey. But like I say, everyone's like, wow, look at you. And I'm certain it's because I've just cut ties with things that, you know, used to hold me back and that used to make me feel like I wasn't good enough and whatever, even if I didn't notice it on a conscious level. Actually, when you break free from these things, it's very powerful. I am mysterious. And yes, my sweetheart, it is a vibe. And I look forward to seeing you on Conscious Conversations this evening. I'm going to advise you all to bring your seatbelts, because we have got a big piece of the puzzle to close out this evening, my babes. Okay, I love you. To all of you, from my heart to yours, please feel the love, please feel the kisses, please feel, you know, like I say, the unconditional love coming from me to you. And but Carol Ann, that goes with politics as well. You know how I feel about this, and I know there are some of us out there that are still very rooted in that whole political game. Those that are still very invested in thinking that one camp is better than the other, or one camp should win over the other, you cannot move forwards whilst being tied to the past systems. It's a system. Hopefully some of you would have got the memo from this live. No doubt it's pissed a few people off as well, but you know what? I'm just here to speak my truth. Thank you very much. I will give Mama Bear a big hug from you. Honestly, I tell her every day, I'm so grateful that you gave birth to me, Mama Bear. Like, literally, I am. I say it to her all the time. I'm like, please let me spoil you. Please let me spoil you. She's like, Lucy, you do enough. You don't. And I'm like, no, honestly, you gave birth to me. And I'm certain if I could take my mum around the world and do the seminars, I think every single bloody person in the room would give my mum such a massive squeeze, you know, because first and foremost, she gives me the best content. For those of you in my programs, you'll know she gives me the best content, but also she's just a very, 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 very special human being. So I love you guys to the moon and stars. Thanks for being here tonight. And we will be back on next Monday as well. Will I be? No, I won't be. Actually, I've got an appointment. I'm going to put a pre-recorded video out next week, but I'll be back on live super soon with you guys. Okay. Ciao for now. Love you lots, and see you guys super soon. Thank you, Moella babe. Love you guys. Ciao.